take something in exchange. Simple loans are loans. You get money and you repay. Okay, so we did a problem, I believe, and our so this is not an easy calculation because mortgages or and loans, if you take this amount, you need to see at the rate of interest offered. At the rate of interest offered, what would be the amount, total amount they have to pay? And based on the total amount they have to pay, we have to give them what should be the monthly installments here they have to pay. Right? So we have to assure that we know the final amount before we calculate monthly installments each person has to pay. For example, a quick thing would be EMIs. Now, the finance sector is pushing, economic sector is pushing quite a lot of EMIs. That is, you buy something and you pay in EMI later. That earlier it was much harder because you had to go to a bank, give an application and do it. Now they have made it so simple that you can simply do it with a tap. Now, how do they calculate your monthly repayment? Thing is, EMIs are good, but at the same time, you should also notice that if you took something in EMI, unless there is a discount, you're paying more than what you have to pay to get it. And EMIs are also a trap because many people buy a lot of things in EMI, thinking that, okay, this is just 1,000, this is just 5,000, this is just 10,000, this is just 6,000. And monthly payment will be somewhere around, say, 200 rupees, 300 rupees, or 5,000 rupees. But the problem is, trivializing it to be something small, you end up taking more than you can repay. Sum of many drops make an ocean, right? So like that, many drops would make an ocean and you'll end up having way more to pay than you can imagine. So you should be careful as you are entering this, entering the corporate world, or for a job, start earning, or even if you're going to study with further with some fellowships. All right. Okay. Now, this is where we stopped. Let's see. So let's take it forward from there. Let's do one more problem. But let's take, what do we do? What can we do? Let's borrow some money for, hey, let's take a housing loan. So whom should we give housing loan to? Okay. And let's take, I'm taking a random name. Housing loan of rupees on an average, let's say, 45 lakhs I've been misusing. 48 lakhs. Oops. 48 lakhs. For 30 years. Of course, it's a huge amount. You can't pay it in one shot. Interest is to be charged at a realistic housing loan interest should be 13 to 15%, I believe. Let's say 14%. Calculate the monthly repayment. Can you do the calculation and tell me the final answer? I'll give you a head start. Do the calculation and tell me the answer. Quick start. It's like how we did in the last class. Do the calculation. How do we do it? We'll start with the given present value. Sorry. Yeah. Present value is equal to present value of loan is equal to rupees 48 lakhs. And we have to find the annuity factor. Annuity factor at 14% for 30 years. And that would be, you can either use the table or the formula, but I doubt if I gave you a table with for 30 years, values for 30 years. Now, how do we do? We can use the formula. 1 by 14% is 0.14. 14%, that is 14 by 100 into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus 0.14 to the power 30. And what is the annuity factor? What is the annuity factor? All right. What is the annuity factor? 7.0026. Well, that given, we have therefore annuity, that is, there will be your annual payments. You can calculate it as present value divided by annuity factor, which is equal to present value is 48 lakh divided by 7.0026. And your final answer is 6,85,459 or approximately 460. Approximately rupees 6,85,460. Well, what will be the monthly payment? Is equal to, this is a yearly payment, so 6,85,460 divided by 12 is equal to 57 rupees, 57,121. Oh yeah, 0.67. Well, that itself is quite a lot hard for a general Indian to pay. If you can see, monthly payment is 57,000 to repay your loan. And that's often, let's try something else interesting. Let's try something else interesting. Let's do an experiment. Rupees 57,121.67 paid monthly for 30 years, right? Is equal to 57,121.67 into 12 into 30. What is this number? Can anyone calculate and tell what this amount will be? You see the big number here, that's some nearly 2 crore. What you borrowed is 45 lakhs. What you're paying back is nearly 2 crore. And that's one of the things with loans. That's why banks are all, like most of the banks are always at a safe side, because if they can recover the loan which was given, and they are going to give a small amount, and what they get over long term is a huge amount, given the rate of interest. So loans are not really our friends. I remember my dad telling about, we had a house loan, which is a small house. And then all of a sudden, when he retired, he went to the bank to see how much is left to pay. He realized that if he is going to give it in the term which is prescribed by the bank, he'll have to give nearly double the amount of what is left to pay. So what he did is he requested them and said, I would like to take another loan. So can I finish this loan? He used his entire pension fund to somehow end that loan. So loans are very tricky things, be it a small loan like EMI or a credit card loan, unpaid credit card loan with a 30% interest. Remember, some banks ask for that. It's a very tricky thing. You should be very careful before you commit to it. All right. Notice how your originally borrowed 48 lakhs. And finally, you repaid nearly 2 crore. Remember that? All right. Now, this was a random experiment out of nowhere. Let's get back to our business. Now, situation may change, right? You have heard, right? Banking loan rates changed. And usually banking loan rates only go up. That is it. Only increase the rate, loan rate. Deposit rates, they all usually decrease. Loan rates, they usually increase. That is actually an attempt to keep the economy stable. Now, suppose you took a loan, say, same Priya. Hmm? Priya's loan interest changed to, let's say, a lower interest, 12% after 30 years, right? 12 years. What should be? Okay, let's not use changed. Let's use changes. Changes to 12% after, or 12% after 12 years. So 12% after 15 years. What is the new monthly repayment value? How do you calculate this? Let's start with what is given. Present value is equal to 48 lakhs. All right. Now, now, at 14% for 15 years, annuity factor is equal to, you can either use a formula, and I believe this should be there in our 14%, 15 years. Let's see the annuity table. In the annuity table, oh yeah, 14% is not there. It's only up to 10. So yeah, let's see. So annuity factor is equal to 1 by 14% into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus 0.14 to the power 15. What would this annuity factor be? I believe someone has sent 6.142, and I'm hoping that's the annuity factor here. All right. Now, therefore, value of loan at the end of 15 years is equal to our present value divided by the annuity factor. So that is equal to, present value is 48 lakh divided by annuity factor is 6.142. And hence, what will be the final answer? 48 lakh by 6.142. This will not be the final answer. This is the first step. That is, for the first 15 years, we are calculating the value. Right? We have 77 lakh Did I get it right? Yeah. 7,81,491.67 rupees. Now, let's talk about after 15 years. After 15 years, 15 to 30 years, there are 15 more years. All right. Annuity factor at 10 percentage. Did I give 10 percentage? No, 12 percentage. At 12 percentage for rest 15 years is equal to, again, we use the same formula, 1 by 0.12 into 1 minus 1 by 1 plus 0.12 all to the power 15. And the answer is, again, okay, 6.811. We are getting split answers. Can you verify? Okay, 6.8108. Yeah, we'll approximate it to 6.81. Okay, we'll use 8108. A bit more precise. Okay. Now, annuity or annual repayment is equal to present value after 15 years divided by annuity factor. That is equal to present value after 15 years is 781,491.67 divided by 6.8108. And your answer will be equal to rupees 1,14,743 rupees. All right, so get an idea of how to calculate when the interest is changing, I believe. I'll give you one more question. You can try that. Now, whom should we buy what? Okay, let's do this. SBI offers ABC College a loan of rupees, say 95 lakhs for monthly payment. Let's not get the monthly payment. You can further divide it by 12 and find the monthly payment before and after separately. Anyway, no monthly payment. You have to, we have calculated the value at the end of 15 years and then, okay, just divide by 12, you'll get the final answer. Anyway, SBI offers a college loan of rupees 95 lakh for say 45 years at special interest of let's say 12 percentage, special interest of 12 percentage. What should 12 percentage per annum? I should mention that per annum. What should be the annual payment made by the college? Just hold the previous question. I have a slight hunch that I made a mistake. We'll get back to it. But do this. This you can do. The change of interest. I have a slight hunch that I made a mistake. I'll go through it and get back to you. This one you can do. This one you can do using this, just no change of interest, right? You can do this. Calculate and tell me what answer you get. All right, yeah, so someone has calculated yearly payment to be rupees 11 lakh 46,994.397. Can others verify this? Can others verify this? Can others verify? Is this the answer? Can you calculate and tell? All right, someone else got somewhere around the 11 lakh 47,000. That's mostly calculator precision. It will be beating around that bush. Okay, so you get an idea of loans and saving. That was the core of our discussion so far. Now, this is what we are going to do. Now, next class, we are going to try to summarize whatever we learned so far. First thing, and then one more class will be the what we'll try to do is Okay, repeatedly a different answer is coming. So it will be somewhere around 11 lakh 47,065 point, yeah, 066 maybe approximating. Okay, so after that, we'll try to do many problems as possible. Practice run. We'll solve a lot of problems. That's one thing we couldn't do. So just to conclude the discussion, I need to tell you this. One, be it a person or an entity, there are multiple reasons why one would take a loan. There are multiple reasons why one would save. Savings are a must. It's always good to save. And it's always good to save much as you can. But at the same time, don't save too much that you say, I'm going to save up, leaving a lower standard of life. No, try to strike a balance. More you save, more safer it is when later, when urgent need for money comes. Two, loans are good, but loans are also risky. It is a commitment for a longer term because 45 lakhs, which is an average amount to build a house in India. You notice that for 30 years to repay 45 lakhs loan, you have to repay 6 lakhs per year or 57,000 per month. That's beyond most of the Indian middle class salary. So loans are tricky. And you also notice that for 48 lakhs, you're repaying nearly 2 crore. And that's how loans work. So it's always good to avoid loan, but at the same time, it's in a way good. For example, instead of taking a house for rent, suppose you buy a house and pay 25,000 as your loan repayment every month. You're actually owning the product that's there, and that's going to help you in a longer term. You get to start using the product in a longer term. All right. So loans are sometimes an essential evil, but be careful when you commit to one. Don't randomly commit for something trivial. Don't randomly commit for a loan. And also, when you ask for loan, they usually ask for a nominee, someone else to sign it with you. But when you stand for it as well, be a little careful. All right. So that's usually a very tricky situation where if they couldn't repay, you may be partially or fully answerable. All right. So with that, I think with that note, I will wind up for now. Of course, these are not the only modes of saving, as I already told you. You have multiple modes of saving. One is, I believe, as you already know, one of the ways is one of the ways, a little bit more. These are all traditional saving methods, while you can even invest your money in different modes, like say, you can invest your money in different modes like stock market, SIPs, and different things. But also notice that they're also subject to risk. Where if the market goes on a loss, you may end up paying some money to them because you are if it goes on a loss, you're equally responsible as getting a profit. So make sure that you carefully deal with your savings. All right. So see you guys tomorrow. I'll wind up now and see you guys tomorrow. One good thing you can do is if you have any doubts, you can collect them and come, or else we're going to summarize whatever we learned. Let me see if there is some interesting way to do it.